YouTube. Let's talk Black Ink Crew. So last night was the most recent episode of Black Ink Crew, and it started off leaving from Caesar firing Teddy and announcing that Duchess would be now running the shop on 113th. So he took her to a Japanese steakhouse to celebrate that she was going to be doing him a favor, not going back to her own shop in North Carolina, but helping him to get 113th under control. So during that time at the restaurant, they had a discussion where he was like, I want a son. And she was like, well, I'm not ready for that. I'm about my business right now. And she said, which is a little bit, she said, you can have a son, but if you do, it won't be by me. And which, as everyone knows, the reason that they broke up is that he allegedly had a baby on the way by some chick in Philly. So I thought that was a little bit a forewarning of what's to come. She spoke those words, and then true they came. Power of the words. So Duchess goes to the new shop, and of course she's like, oh, I'm going to be the one to get them together. I'm going to be the one to get them together. No, she wasn't the one. She ended up being so overwhelmed. She said she leaving. But so she goes, and the first day at the new shop, of course, Sky is like, oh, I can't stand the little mop head girl Tiffany. I can't stand her. So she like, I can't wait to tell Duchess that she been talking mad ish about her. So as soon as Duchess come in, she like, oh, Tiffany, yeah, wow. What you say? What was you saying about Duchess? You was having a lot of stuff to say about Duchess, da. So she was like, dang, Sky trying to throw me under the bus. Sky trying to throw me under the bus. But you did say it, so talk all your stuff now about how she was this, that, and the third. So she was like, no, I want to talk to Duchess one-on-one. I want to talk to Duchess one-on-one. Sky just cannot stand that little girl. Like, she was, she was mad when he hired her because she remembered that she tried to get a job previously and Caesar and Duchess had said no. So, she didn't understand why Teddy hired her in the first place. So anyway, she goes and has a conversation with Duchess. I guess they like, okay, well, whatever was said, whatever was done, let's just, kind of start from scratch. Which I don't think they showed that conversation, but they did later on in the episode do like a flashback or something. So Duchess decides, okay, I'm about to set ground rules. Well, let's back up. First thing, Sky, I love her to death. But who comes to work with their titties out, talking about with glitter over their nipples? This chick comes to work with no shirt on, with a dang one trench coat open, just boobs out, talking about she got glitter. Who does that? Like, even if you don't work in the most professional atmosphere, who does that? So, nonetheless, Duchess comes and she has this notebook with all these rules. She got like 40 rules, to make this a more professional atmosphere. So she's going down the list. Don't be late, dress professionally, act professionally, da. And so she's reading her rules. So she's like, okay, we need to get this shop back together. We owe this electric bill or whatever. And I need to show Caesar that, I can get this together. So her bright idea is to do like a tattoo-a-thon. Or I don't remember what they called it. But so she's like, okay, we're going to have this little tattoo thing or whatever. I guess like where we just tattoo all day, and tattoos is probably discounted. So they're like, oh, okay, yeah, good idea. So they set it up. And this is not a party. This is supposed to be doing tattoos. So they do it. And Tiffany, the girl that Sky can't stand, that she was like, who's going to have celebrity clients? So Tiffany was like, I'm a tattoo mano. So she was like, oh, okay, well, you can get the VIP room, which is the boom boom room. So, of course, Sky can't stand that Tiffany was shining no type of way. So she's like, oh, okay, so they start having, so they go to start to have this tattoo-a-thon or whatever, and it turns out, of course, to be a hot mess. It's more like a party. All these people come, they have like alcohol, little bartenders and everything to make it, you know, like a nice atmosphere. But all the people that are coming, nobody's getting tattooed. They just standing around drinking. So what does it look like? A party. So Mano comes. Well, before Mano even shows up, Sky and Tiffany get into it because Sky gave her a compliment like, oh, you look nice or something like that, she said. And Tiffany was like, oh, she trying to hit on me. Sky goes ballistic. Like, what are you talking about? First of all, if I was going to be hitting on any girl, you wouldn't even be the one, da-da-da-da-da. They get into it and she like, I will beat you. You know, like, she goes ham. Like, she just goes crazy. So, they end up almost getting into it. Tiffany runs out, throws her mic out. She's crying. I didn't sign up for this. I can't take this. Da, 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 da. Oh, you was talking mad-ish, though, when Miss Kitty was in there, but afraid of Sky. So Duchess goes out, her and Young Bae, which her and Young Bae had made a pact, you know, that they was going to have each other's back. And at the beginning of the episode, Tiffany had an aunt that was murdered, and she invited Young Bae to her family where they did some sort of like celebration to honor, you know, the aunt that had passed away. And so because of Young Bae's past, she was like, oh, I have a lot of respect for Tiffany because of that. So, you know, they was on a high at that time. So she was like, oh yeah, that's my homie. Anything happened to her, you know, I got her back. So because her and Sky go in, Young Bae like, if Sky do something, like, I'm jumping in, I got her back. So Young Bae goes out, Duchess goes out. So Duchess basically tells her like, why would you let somebody who don't like you stop your money or whatever? Like, you need to go do the tattoo, get your money. So she's like, you right, because if I go, she wins, da da da. So they go back in. Mano shows up. Now, Mano shows up while they're still outside. So he's talking to Sky like, what's up, Mano? Yeah. They all walk in, Duchess, Young Bae, and Tiffany. Tiffany just walks. She like, oh, there go your. So Sky's like, there go your tattoo artist. So Tiffany says nothing. She just walks back to the tattoo rooms. So Sky is like, oh, that's rude as fuck. How are you gonna walk in and not acknowledge the person who you supposed to be tattooing? That's so rude. That's so rude. Why would she do that? Why would she do that? And Duchess is like, why would you point out something and she working here, like making us look crazy? So Mano goes back. You know, he ain't mad. She shows him the tattoo. She starts tattooing. So Young Bae comes in the room like to check on Tiffany, like, you know, is everything good? Mano says, was you coming in here to give me a massage? And you know, those Asian massage parlors is known, they be like prostitutes, they be giving people happy endings. And so Young Bae loses it. She's like, he's racist, I don't care who he is, but he asked me to give him a massage. That's not what he said. He said, did you come in here to massage me? That's what he said. He didn't say, like, give me a massage or nothing. But she went, but then so she goes out. That's just like, damn, I gotta put out another fire. So she runs out after her, like, you need to go calm down and then come back, like, you know, making money. Young Bae hops to the cab. That's just like, she's not coming back. She like, she calls Caesar like, I just can't take this. I'm going back to North Carolina. But also, she had a chick in there, had been waiting for hours, I guess, or whatever, to get tattooed, and she didn't even know it. And she like, Sky, you the receptionist. Why didn't you tell me you had that somebody was here? She's like, that's the one job that you have, is to let people know that their people are here to be tattooed. So Duchess was like losing it. Everybody was like losing it. And so Walt's like, your plan has blew up. You had a big plan to come in and save the shop, and it didn't work. So we'll see what happens next week, because she leaving. We'll see if Caesar goes back, if he sends Teddy back over there. I don't know what's going to happen, but it was a big hot mess. And the biggest mess was Donna taking her wedding ring to be melted down so she can get some cash. And she's talking about, oh, he paid $1,500. He paid $1,500. And when they melted it down, the man said, I give you $150. $150. She talking about, I need that 100, but that's not gonna get it for you, boo. So I don't know what you need to do, but you need to go do something else. Have a good day, YouTube.